Hello there, welcome back to a brand new day here on Crafters TV. My name's Joe. It's going to be a super Saturday because we are kicking it all off with Play Your Crafts Right. We are going to be giving you some sneak peeks of products that are coming out throughout the rest of the day here. I've got a fabulous craft along later all about stamping, and then a totally Tiffany craft house takeover comes your way a little later today. And also throughout that, we are going to be playing some games. Now, I'm going to need a competitor, and I fear I am going downtown today because I've got a fierce competitor in the studio with me. Is the lovely Hillary. How are you, Hillary?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me back. I'm so excited for today's products.
So much on the show. So do you want to sort of whet our crafty appetite, Hillary? Let us know some of the things we're going to be creating in the show today.
So for our main items today in this show, I'm going to be doing our interchangeable sentiments, and these are just absolutely gorgeous. You can see all the different things you can make with
Beautiful.
these. You've got your boxes, we've got an easel card that I'm going to be showing you how to make as well.
Classy.
How nice is that? And we've also got a Z Fold card that I'm going to bring in as well, just to show you how to improve on those card bases just a little bit more.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm really excited to see Hillary create those. I knew this was going to happen. Crafters Chronicles is what we're going to be playing today. I'm going to be playing for Team Facebook. Hillary's going to be playing for Team YouTube. It's going to be loads of fun, and we'll be doing that throughout the entirety of this show. If you want to get social with me, you can do it in all the normal ways. Crafters TV across on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are across on YouTube, so you know all the times when we go live. We are going to kick things off though with these awesome interchangeable sentiments. Now these are fantastic because each one of these has 3 different sentiments in here. So in total, you're getting, what, 18 different sentiments within here, which is brilliant. So this one here is your lovely vines. That gives you best wishes, best of luck, and best friend. Then we have ornate swirls, and you've got sending wishes, birthday wishes, and get well wishes. This is your pretty florals, and that's congratulations, celebrate, and condolences. I love that they're all very different in style too. Wildflowers is sending hugs, sending love, and sending kisses. This is regal frames, and that's just for you, miss you, and thank you. And butterfly foliage has a happy birthday, happy Easter, and happy thoughts. $74.95 or $84.75. Platinum members, you're looking at $59.96 or $67.80 if you want to snap these up. Now, also, in about an hour's time, we will have the winner's circle. Oh yeah, where we're going to be showing you some absolutely knock your socks off deals. We've got some great bargains coming up for you in that. And don't forget, that is when we'll announce the winners, because you're either Team Facebook, if you're over on Facebook, or you're Team YouTube when we play our Crafters Chronicles later. And 5 of you will be winning a £10 or dollar voucher, which is awesome. Loads of you tuning already. I can see Sarah from Melbourne, Georgianne's in Florida, Kathy's in Ireland, Sue's in York, Jill's in North Yorkshire, and Polly is in Florida as well. Hello and happy Saturday to all of you. Right, Hillary, without further ado then, these interchangeable sentiments, what I love about them is you can't see when they're crafted, can you, that they're interchangeable. So often with interchangeable dies, you know, there's notches or bits where you can see they've been cut out. These are pretty much seamless.
They are, yes. So obviously with this set of dies, what we've tried to do is try to accommodate for every different occasion you could possibly wish for. And what better way than to stack so many more dies into one SKU. So for this one, for example, we've got our congratulations sentiment in the centre there.
Awesome.
And this is from our set that's called the Pretty Florals Interchangeable Sentiment Dies. If I just grab, where's that pack I got I had? I'm just going to grab this one to show you. Here we go here. So if you can see on the front here, if we get it up on the close-up, you've got your condolences, you've got your celebrate, and you've got your congratulations, because it just likes to cover every single basis that you can possibly have. But the best thing is all 3 of these sentiments fit inside that gorgeous floral design on the outside.
Beautiful. You can get any 2 of these for £26 or $30 if you want to mix and match, but best way to get the best value is in that big collection. Right, which demonstration are you going to start with then? Is it that gorgeous Z fold?
It is. It's this gorgeous Z fold, like you say here, and we've got our congratulations on the front. It's just a really nice simple card, because it looks really complicated, but once you get into it and you start making it, and like the further along you get, you're like, oh my God, how have I been able to do this? It's so much easier than I thought.
Nailed it. Awesome.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of cardstock, and this has already been cut. to 11 inches by 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this round onto the long side and just buff this up against my measuring guide here. And then I'm going to score along this long side at, sorry, my thing just went off. I got a little bit distracted there.
Oh, that's all right.
It's fine. So I'm going to go at 5.5 along the long side. I'm just going to score down there like this. And then I'm going to come a little bit further across and do 8 2/8. So if I go just here and score down there. Oh, I missed that there. Okay, and then once you've scored, I'm just going to push that over there. You can see your score marks there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your guillotine. I'm going to get my longer one just from under here.
Yeah, guillotine.
Oh, guillotine, yes, as some say. And then you're going to turn your cardstock round, and on the shorter side, you're going to cut at 3 inches. So I'm just going to push that up there like this. Go straight down like that. And the best thing about this, what I've just done, is this is going to create the entire mechanism from one piece of card.
Awesome. It's one of those card shapes, isn't it, that actually is quite simple to put together, but looks really effective when it's done.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I have to put everything away once I finish with it. It has to be neat and tidy over here. I'll get in trouble if not. So once you've cut these up, you're going to just fold those over and you're going to burnish those score lines.
Lots of competitive chatter in the comments today, Hillary, about who's on which team and who is pledging their allegiances where. So, a few people saying their team Facebook. I think your confidence in me is misjudged, I'll say. We'll see what happens.
We'll certainly see that. So once you've scored these 2 pieces of card and you've folded and burnished these sides, you can see that it comes up with a little mountain and then valley fold here. So if you just fold them in exactly the same way for both sizes, and then literally all you're going to do, well, we'll start off like this way. This is how the back piece is going to go. I'll show you there. This is how your back piece is going to sit. And all you're going to do is have the other piece on the front like this.
Awesome.
And that creates your Z fold.
How
See,
simple.
it's just one piece of card, and because you've scored them at exactly the right size from the one piece, then when you turn it over, it lines up completely perfectly. And
It's
that's
like
how you make
magic.
a Z fold. It's fantastic. So now let's start decorating, I suppose.
Awesome. Michelle saying, I love Z folds, just made one as a birthday card. Maybe you could send us a picture, Michelle. If you want to send us any pictures, you can do so really simply. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. Details are down there on the bottom of your screen, so you'll see those there. Awesome. So this is just some, is this textured cardstock you've got here, Hillary?
No, this is just smooth cardstock in colour. That's all that one is. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit more depth to the card by putting in these matting layers to finish off that decoration. So let's just keep... And you can use any kind of tape for this. You can use tape pen, sorry, adhesive for this. You can use a tape pen. I'm just doing this for speed, obviously. It depends on what I'm doing as to which tape pen I would actually use. For obviously, like I say, for quickness and speed, I would use a tape pen. For die cut sentiments or die cut panels where you've got a lot of little gaps, like for example, if I was going to be cutting out and trying to stick down this here, when you run your dotty tape pen over this, it will actually miss all of those little gaps that's been die cut out.
Awesome.
Whereas your straight tape pen would just cover the whole thing, and you would get those little bit of gluey bits in the middle.
Some people call them, I wouldn't call them this, Hillary, but some people call them glue bogies.
Call them what?
Glue bogies.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them that, obviously.
Oh no, I've never heard that before.
Because I'm classy, Hillary, so I wouldn't say such a thing.
No, I wouldn't expect any less. Yes, so like I say, for quickness and speed, but you can use any kind of adhesive for putting down your matting and layers. If you wanted really strong adhesive on there, you could even use your red liner tape or your wet glues, as long as you've obviously leave yourself time between each layer to let them properly set, because last thing you want is to put your card together and then everything to slide off because you haven't let your wet glue set.
Can you imagine, like putting your makeup on in the summer, off it slips?
Well, it's lovely here, so putting my makeup on today, I was like, oh, I don't know if this will last all day, I might have to do another round later.
It is unseasonably sunny here in the northeast today.
It's so unusual, isn't it? And then when we finally get it, it's like, oh, we're like in the tropics. Oh, that's fabulous. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some patterned papers from any patterned paper pad you can think of. If you've got something really nice to go with the matting and layered sides, that's lovely. You don't have to use what I'm using here. I'm using the I can't say this word.
Quintessential.
Quintessentially. 12 by 12 paper pad, which is gorgeous for those florals and all that you want to add on. So I'll just line these up, make sure I've got all these right.
That looks beautiful though. That
It all
paper,
starts to
really
come together
lovely.
nicely, doesn't it?
It works really well with the green matte layers as well.
It's a little bit of like a tealy green as well, which is nice to go with your florals, that I find. Like I say, it does give your card a lot more depth and dimension when you do your matting layer, and it makes the pattern paper stand out that little bit more. Even if I just did a matting layer with some white on top of the colour, it would just give it that bit more dimension and depth. It's lovely. So I'm just going to keep taping these down. Ooh,
and I guess the great thing about these sentiments is that some of these, like, you wouldn't necessarily go out and buy. Sorry, I was off there. Gone for a walk. Some of these sentiments, maybe you wouldn't necessarily go out and spend the money on this sentiment. So what I'm thinking is, Happy Easter. Yes, you're going to use it, but are you going to go out and spend $14.99 on a really lovely, big mounted sentiment for that, for the amount of cards that you make? Probably not. But the great thing is you've got 3 sentiments on each of these. It means that now you can have such a really lovely wide range of sentiments without breaking the bank, which I think is absolutely awesome.
It is really helpful because you get, like you say, all them different options in each pack, and then obviously, I mean, why not just go and get all of the offers we've got on today anyway? So you literally have all the choice you could want. And it does make it that little bit better because you can then decide what kind of card you want to do. If you have to do something last minute, or no, I've got to run out and go get a die, or I've got to run out and go get a sentiment to match what I need to do. With this collection, you literally have everything you could ever want for any occasion, which is what's great about them.
Absolutely, and the 18 that you've got are really, really versatile. We'll run you back through them again in a little while, but you've got loads in there.
Okay, so now I've got the basis of my card here. I know it doesn't look like much here, it just looks like some lovely panels. I'm going to put them up the top now for one side, and we're going to get cutting our congratulations die. So if I just bring this one out.
Fantastic.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the congratulations sentiment itself out of this piece of card, which you'll notice is the same colour as the matte layering I've done underneath, just to tie it all together.
Fancy.
It is fancy. So. And you can obviously use any die cutting machine you want to do this, from our Gemini family. So the great thing about these dies here is that they will go through your Gemini Junior and your Gemini Midi, which is obviously fantastic because honestly, I don't know who does not have a Midi or a Junior
Absolutely.
at the minute. Yeah. To be honest, for me, if I was going to pick one, I would always pick the Midi. Simply because, yeah, it is. Simply because it's packed so much power into it. It's such a great machine, and you can just move it around whenever you need to. If you don't want it for the minute, you can put it out the way, and it's just so helpful to have.
Yeah, it's super portable. It's been so busy. It is actually got it good this week as well. So don't miss out on that. I struggle. I'm struggling with words today, Hillary. I'm counting on you to get me through, won't I?
I'll try my best, I promise. So I've just took my Junior plates there for speed. I've run it through my large Gemini machine. You can do that. You can just turn your Junior plates where you would normally put them through this way in your Junior. If you turn them on the side, and go this way through your large Gemini.
Fabulous. Getting very busy on these sentiments already. It's a great deal on these.
Wow.
I know a lot of you have got them already and love them. As I said, if you do have them, we'd love to see pictures of what you have been creating. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them. And it's a very, very busy Saturday here today. That's awesome. So detailed and delicate, isn't it?
And this is the best thing about the Gemini. Any machine from the Gemini family, it always gets that extra detail that you need and cuts everything to perfection. So I'm just going to pop that to one side, and I'm going to get the decorative die out now. Because like you say, any die from each set fits perfectly into these, into the decorative frame around the outside. But what's great is that you can actually cut in this decorative die into a panel if you like, leave it cut in, make it look a little bit nice, a bit more designed. Or you can take the outside frame, pop that around the edge, and that'll cut out the piece entirely for you, which is fantastic.
Well, that's nice. You've got the option then there with that.
Definitely. So I'm just going to pop that onto there.
Julie saying, hello, happy Saturday from Stockton-on-Tees, literally down the road, Julie. She says, play your crafts right. Go Team Facebook. There's a lot of Team Facebook love. There's a lot of Team YouTube love as well. Is this your first Play Your Crafts Right show, Hillary?
It is, yes. It's the first one I've done.
No doubt. If you win, then I'll just be able to blame it on beginner's luck. That's where I'm positioning your win already, just saying.
Just saying. Oh, fabulous. So yes, I've cut out that decorative piece now in the centre. I'm just going to get rid of that there. Oh, I'm making a mess now. I promised I'd keep it tidy, but I'm not. I'm making a mess. It's fine.
It's a rite of passage as a craft expert to make a mess. I think it's very difficult to tidy as you go. It's
one of those things though, because for those who don't know, my role in Crafter's Companion is to test all of our products that come in. So I'm the first one to see everything and all this. And when I first started, I was one of those people where I can't leave it a mess. It has to be perfect. It has to be very neat, very tidy. But then as time's gone on, it's gone completely out the window. Right. I can't even control myself anymore. It's just all a mess. But as long as I know where everything is, I think it's all right.
Absolutely. And it's your mess, Hillary, which is the most important thing.
So as you'll notice on the sentiment, we have got a few different layers. We've got a white background for our outside piece, and we've got our pink there for the decorative elements on the frame. And then we've got our congratulations in the green. So I'm just going to take that outside frame again, and I'm going to use it to cut out this white piece of card for the backing.
So, and what's awesome about this, not only do you get 3 sentiments in here, you also get like lots of different layers within each one. So you've got your sentiment, which is layer 1, then you've got your decorative element, and then you've got your back panel too. So loads of sentiments and loads of different layers. And of course, I guess, Hillary, you don't have to use all the layers. I guess you could just use the actual sentiment on its own if you wanted.
Yeah, totally. I mean, just cutting that out and adding it to the inside of a card even, just putting that congratulations, oh, I'm upside down, putting that congratulations there on the inside of a card would just give it that lovely touch of elegance and it would make it stand out and pop so much more.
Kathy C is saying, Team YouTube, go Hillary. If I was a betting man, I'd be on Team YouTube today, I'm not going to lie to you.
Right, so as I mentioned earlier on with our dotty tape pens, because this has got some detailed die bits cut out, I'm going to use a dotty tape pen for this, because when I run it across, it's not actually putting any sticky in those die cut holes, which just means it'll make it a much neater and nicer finish when I do add it to the card. So I take that bit there, and then if I can pick it up again, and I'm just going to add it to this white frame that I've cut out there.
So detailed, really beautiful.
The thing is, that's just stuck down. It's not raised with 3D foam pads. It's not done anything else. It's just literally stuck down flat. And how much nicer does that decorative panel look now that it's got the white behind it to make it pop more? And then the next thing, I've already got one pre-prepared. I'm very sorry, I've cheated a little bit. So what I'm going to do is then I would run my congratulations die, because it is so tiny and detailed, through a Xyron machine.
Okay.
It's the easiest way you're going to get the whole back of that sentiment to be sticky. And see if I can line this up well first time. Fingers crossed, everybody.
I think you've hashtag nailed it, to be fair.
Hashtag bossed it. And it even looks straight as well. Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Look at that. Thank you very much. So now that we've got our main sentiment for the front of our card, let's start putting everything together.
Awesome.
So as I mentioned before, what you're going to do for this Z-fold concept, like I say, you would look at it and think, how's that going to go together? You just turn it around and you would then stick it down to make that Z-fold shape.
Boom.
So all I'm going to do is, again, you can use any adhesive for this, but because I've got one to hand, I'll just use this tape pen. And you would, no. So I'm gonna, I answered there, I said no, because Erin's in my ear, and I obviously think that everyone else can hear what Erin's saying too.
No one else. It's only us that gets the pleasure of hearing what Erin says.
Oh, I know, we're so lucky. What you want to make sure you do though, when you're taping this side here, obviously this is going to adhere to here, and this is going to adhere to here. The thing is with this side, you've got that score line there to tell you where to stop putting your glue or your tape. But on this side, you don't have that. So you need to make sure that when you're putting the tape on this side, because you've got such a long panel, you only tape up to halfway. So that only this section is going to have the glue panel on it, and this section is left free to move.
Brilliant.
So I want to see if we can get this one lined up straight as well.
You're not really, like you started, what show number is this for you now, Hillary? Is it your 3rd, 4th show?
I did a couple of games and then I did a show.
Yeah. So number 4.
I did a couple of wake-up calls as well. I'm not on, I don't know. You're probably right, Joe.
let's call it number 4.
Let's call it number 4.
Most people would have come in and just started with a little bit of cutting, Hillary, but no, boom, straight out of the gate, you've done a double Z fold.
I mean, come on, do you expect anything less?
Fighting talk.
So now we've got that stuck together. It's as strong as it's going to be. And like you see, I haven't put any adhesive on this half of this panel here, so we won't get any worries about this sticking down and ruining our Z fold. But now it is together, like, look at that.
Awesome.
That there is just the jackpot. And even folds flat like that perfectly. You can see how well it's all lined up because you've cut it from one piece of card and you've done all the scoring the same and you've literally just turned one piece the other way. It's exactly the right size where you need to be, so it'll fold flat for your envelope.
Perfect.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is, I know I said I didn't want to do a lot of dimension and lifting and raising on these, but I am going to raise up the sentiment a little bit. So I'm going to take some 3D.
Are you a foam pad fan, Hillary?
I am. If I was going to use anything to make it 3D, I would use a foam pad because this is so quick.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I would never say that I'm more of a fan than Craig,
right,
because I think he would have my guts for garters if I said that.
He would.
Craig is the foam pad king. He knows exactly what foam pad. Do you know what? There was at one point Craig would work near me in the office, and every time I looked over, he'd always have a foam pad in his hand.
Yeah,
always. And some might say I'm exaggerating there,
he just carries them around, you know, like he goes shopping around Tesco's and stuff. He just holds them like a toddler with a comfort blanket. He's always holding on to them, clutching them just under the counter.
Oh, bless him. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this front panel of the card and I'm going to stick my sentiment on there because that is the first thing you're going to see. And just stick it right there. And even though it is just a 3D foam pad, it's not like I've layered it up by doing 2 or 3 of them. I've only used the 1 layer for each, and look at how much that stands out there from the card base. It's lovely.
Really awesome.
And then all you're going to do is take a few little extra detail bits. I've got a little die cut bow here. All I'm going to do is, oh, I'm going to get some scissors actually and trim that. I'm trimming a foam pad. Sorry, I did it again. Erin's talking in my ear, and I obviously think everyone can hear Erin just like I can. That's going to have to stop.
No, it's not. I love it. I think we should make it a thing.
Guess
the
what
guys in
Erin's
the gallery
saying.
are going to have to be really careful about what they say going forward. Then, in that case, if we make it a thing, Hillary.
I know I'm going to have to behave myself, aren't I? Yep, so a little decorative bow on the side there, and that there is a lovely congratulations card to send to anyone for any occasion as well. You can see with the florals, you could send it for a graduation, end of just the normal school year, or a wedding card, anything like that.
Absolutely, it's really, really beautiful. I think it looks awesome. Let's have a look at it from the other side. There we are. Beautiful.
Look how beautiful that is.
The other great thing as well is that it stands so well. There's nothing worse than receiving a floppy card, is there? You know what I mean? You get a card, and like it's normally the shop bought ones, and you get it, and then it starts fine, and then by the end of the week, it's like all the way stretched out over the mantelpiece. Doesn't happen with that card shape just there. Let me just recap what you're getting in here. So you're going to get the lovely vines, which is your best one here. You're also going to receive ornate swirls, the pretty florals, wildflowers, the regal frames, and you've got the butterfly frames in there too. You get all of those for that price you can see on your screen. If you do want to mix and match them, absolutely you can. You're more than welcome to. Any two for £26 or $30. The best way to get the best value, of course, is to go for that big collection. Now, it is time. Would you describe yourself as a competitive person, Hillary?
I would like to say no, but then, well, you'll see.
Would it be? Oh, wow. It's a good job social distancing is still at play, isn't it? On the other side of the studio, we are going to play, of course, Crafters Chronicles.
Woohoo! Oh, I didn't know. Tense, isn't it?
Right, so Crafters Chronicles is a game of memory. We are going to have a story read to us by the lovely Craig, and then we are going to have to answer some questions about it afterwards, Hillary. There's going to be 2 rounds, so it'll be 2 rounds of 5 questions, and if it's a tie, of 4 questions, sorry, if it's a tie, then there will be a tie break at the end. Hillary, of course, is playing for Team YouTube. I am playing for Team Facebook. As you can see right here, Hillary, are you ready? Are you feeling confident?
Can I make notes when he's telling the story? Or
No. No, absolutely not.
That's just working smarter, not harder. Sorry, but
right. Okay. On that note, I'm watching you. On that note, then, let's have our Crafters Chronicle.
Once upon a time, there was a Prince Joe of a crafty land where he die-cut schmetterlings, stamped in Spectrum Noir, Harmony, Quick Dry, Baby blue. Lemon tonic, where everything to be seen. He was notorious for his mountain of Centura apparel. He would stack his A4 luxury cardstock in order of purple, ice blue, gold and green. Prince Joe is also a glorious ruler of all things sparkle. He once required all of his kingdom to watch Jan's craft along, where he wanted 392 silver sequins in a shaker card. He ruled for an eternity, and his 5 portraits painted, one of Sarah, one of Jan, one with Leanne, one with Bernie, and of course, one with me.
Goodness.
I don't remember anything he said.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, no, it's going to be fine.
I knew this was going to be difficult, but... Whew. Right, shall we have the first question then in that case? Here it comes. What colour inks were the schmetterlings? Right, I've written mine down. Let's have a little look. Is your answer locked in, Hillary?
Yes, it's locked in.
Right, let's see what people are saying then in the comments in that case. Lots of guesses coming in. Are you ready, Hillary? Let's turn them around. Baby blue. But you said baby blue and honey pot.
Because it says inks.
Oh.
It's okay. It's only the first question, Joe. You'll get that. Oh,
lots of people are getting away at home at the moment. Make sure you're playing along with us in the comments. So keep guessing away. But should we find out what it is? What was it?
Ah.
Oh, so close.
I get a
We
half
both
a point.
get a half point, do we?
Yeah, that's all right
awesome.
then.
We both get some of you getting it right. Not many though. Linny got it. Linny did get it right. Julie got it right there. Michelle also got it right. So a few of you were obviously paying more attention than myself and Hillary, which is awesome.
I had some kitchen.
Right, question number 2. How many colours of cardstock in Joe's stack of A4? I mean, I am really taking... I mean, I'm just like plucking numbers out of thin air right here, right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, how many colours of cardstock in Joe's stack of A4? I feel like I've just gone for word association because I've just put 4.
Oh.
Oh, 3 or 4. What are people guessing at home? Make sure you're getting those guesses in and playing along with us. Shall we see what the answer is?
Oh, come on.
Ooh, ooh. Right, who got it right at home? Leela got it right. Beth got it right as well. Adriana was there. Michelle, lots of you getting it right. Loads of you correct there. So it's 1.5 to me, half to Hillary. Well, I tell you what, this is a turn up for the books. I mean...
This has got nothing to do with crafting. This is a memory game, so yeah.
Oh, sounds like someone is preparing for a concession there, Hillary. Right, let's have question number 3 in that case. How many sequins did Joe request for his thing?
This is going to be hard. Can we do like a whoever gets the closest or something? Because that's really hard.
Okay, we'll go with who gets closest then.
It's a very big number if I remember.
Closest? Who's guessing at home? What are you guys guessing at home? I think I remember. This is the one bit I do think I remember, but I could be wrong. Have you got your answer locked in, Hillary? Yeah. I'm going to go with 397. 800. I hope, if it's somewhere in the middle, I hope someone's got a calculator ready to work out who got closest. Right, loads of right answers. Adriana has got it right again. Shall we see what it is? Oh, whoop, whoop.
Okay, so that was wrong.
392. So 397,
That is
I guess.
so good
A
if
lot of
people
people
got that right.
got it right on the dot. So it is what? 2.5 to me and half to Hillary. I mean, you're just playing for pride now, Hillary, in this round. I'm afraid you have lost.
Let's
but
just
we
keep
will
playing.
carry on anyway.
Okay.
Right, let's have the 5th and final question of this round. Who was the 3rd expert Prince Joe had as a portrait painted with?
I think I know this one. It doesn't really matter now, but I think I won this one.
I think I know this one as well. How are people getting on in the comments, Heron? I am fairly confident.
If I didn't get this one right, and if I am right, then I would get in a lot of trouble.
Oh.
That's what I think.
See, I don't think it was. I don't think you've got it right. But I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. Let's have a look. I think it's Bernie.
I think it was Leanne.
You think Leanne. Was it Bernie or was it Leanne? A lot of people are getting this right in the comments, I'm hearing. A lot of different guesses now coming in as well. Let's take a look at who it was.
Woo!
It was Leanne. I mean, clawing it back there, but I'm afraid you're still 1-0 down.
Yeah, I've still totally lost this one.
That round goes to me. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. That, of course, was the first instalment of 2 of Crafters Chronicles. Awesome. Right. I don't know why I felt the need to take a new piece of kitchen towel every time I rub that off. I've just got pockets full of kitchen towel, like someone's nan now over here. Right, I want to preview some stuff that's coming up for you in the craft along a little later. Are you excited for the craft along later, Hillary?
I am really excited. I'm a little bit nervous
Are
because
you?
everyone's going to be like doing it at the same time at home. But I didn't raise cameras on me. Hello. Yeah, I'm really excited. A little bit nervous, but obviously you get to go a bit slower. So it'll be nice to get a lot of interaction and see what people are thinking.
Yeah, it is a really lovely show. It's actually one of my favourite shows of the week, so I'm looking forward to that as well. What we've got for you, 2 different ink pad collections. I'm going to take you through the quick dry ink pad collection that we've got just here. So what you've got in this one is you're going to get Frosty Jade, you're also going to get Lagoon, Straw Bale, you're going to get Smoked Emerald, the Ocean Blue, the Baby Blue, you've got Misty Morning, you've got Honey Pot, Orange, Jet Black, Midnight, Spring Meadow, and the Lemon Tonic. Now we're already 20% sold through on this collection, so it's very busy before we've even got to that craft along. So definitely grab those if you want to get hold of them. We've also got an opaque ink pad collection for you as well available, which is this here. You get shut the front door. You get 50 bonus points on both of these. Find a door and shut it, as Craig says. The opaque, 45% sold through on the opaque. The opaques are my favourite. I know we're not meant to have favourites. What I do also want to share with you is something else that we launched recently, and they are just gorgeous. It is our Eclipse stamp collection. Now, what's brilliant about these is the value is incredible when you consider you're getting a full alphabet in here. Now, you're saving 30%, which is awesome for a recent launch. The other great thing as well, you can use the alphabet with the Eclipse style, or you can just use the alphabet on its own as a standard. It works as a standard cutting alphabet, so it's completely up to you. Loads of different options when it comes to using these. Not only are you going to get the alphabets, you're then getting all of the stamps that you need to, in essence, make your own background papers that you're going to use the Eclipse technique with. So you've got Let's Party. You've also got Stars and Celebrations. This one here is Beautiful Blossoms. You're also going to receive Birthday Balloons and Butterflies in Flight. Great deal to get all of that. 38.46 or 45.32 if you want to grab those. Now, if you want to craft along with if you want to. Of course you want to. Here's what you're going to need to be able to join us a little bit later. So opaque pigment ink pads. Hillary's going to be using crushed velvet, midnight and parakeet. We've also got textured stamps. You've got textured opulence, letters to you and garden trellis. 12 by 12 paper pad. This one is the cool tones. We've got a couple of different card stocks in there as well. Then there's some additional elements that you may require, which is your stamping mat and rocker block. You've got your scoreboard and scoring tool, the guillotine. You've got your adhesives in there, some ribbon, and also your magnetic or Velcro dots as well, which is awesome. Adriana is saying, good job, Joe, but go Hillary, you can do it. Hillary, it's okay. You still did good, says Leela.
This is the support I need, guys. Come on.
This is the support you need. It is all to play for. Another round coming up before the end of the show in the next sort of 25 minutes or so, I'd imagine. So don't go anywhere. Still all to play for. But for now, Hillary, I know you've got more that you want to take us through on these interchangeable sentiments.
I do, yes, and I want to show you how to make this absolutely stunning little box here. You don't have to go anything too complicated with these dies. The point of these dies is that they give the perfect finishing touch to any craft project you want to make. And what we've done here is I've made a lovely cute box. Oh, I forgot to put my sweets in.
Oh,
never mind.
Was there meant to be sweets in there?
I was going to put some sweets in, just, you know, every now and then keep you going throughout the day, just throw some more.
Oh, thanks. I think
I'm
that's
sorry,
bribery. You still wouldn't have won.
You just wait until this next game. So let's get cracking on how to make this box.
If anyone's thinking, I was tuning in thinking, gosh, Hillary and Joe are very familiar, seeing as they never worked together. Obviously, me and Hillary work together all the time. I'm winding her up on a near daily basis, so that is why we know each other very well.
It's only because my accent is so thick northeast. What is it you always say to me?
Okay.
One day I walked past him and he said, "You all right, Hillary?" I said, "I'm okay." But it just was so northern,
Now
and now
it's
every
stuck.
time it's like, "Hillary, are you okay?" Okay. Oh, it's fabulous. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with 2 pieces of cardstock. This is just your 300 GSM cardstock, so you want something nice and strong to make the base for your box. You're going to take one piece and cut it down. This large one here is 10 inches by 8 inches, and that is going to be for the base. And then this one here is going to be for your lid, and this is 9 inches by 7 inches. 9 by 7 there. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your scoring board. I'm going to use the big score here, and for those who do have the big score or the scoring board, you'll notice at the bottom we've got box lid and we've got box base. This is the perfect tool to be able to help you to make your boxes, because there's literally no thinking about it at all. It does everything for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this larger piece, the 10 inch by 8 inch piece, and I'm going to lie it on my scoreboard, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches in from the side that says box base, which is, I'll just move that up a bit there, which is this side here. This says box base. So I'm just going to line that up, and I'm going to come in 1.5 inches and just score down there. And then I'm only going to turn it around and do every single side the same way.
Awesome. I love making boxes. I think it's such an awesome thing to do. And the thing is, you've got something like a big score, you'll never buy a box again, because you just make beautiful, perfect boxes, which will go beautifully with your projects. And you never get the wrong size.
No, exactly, yeah. I mean, you can make as many boxes as you like with just one stack of cardstock that you buy from our stores or from our online shop. So what I'm going to do next, I'm skipping ahead. I'm getting too ahead of myself. You'll see here, I don't know how well we can see it on the overhead, I've scored along every line, along every edge here, and that there is going to be for the base of your box. Then you're going to take your smaller piece, your 9 by 7, and you're going to score from, again, this other side, it says box lid. From this side, we're going to score 1 inch on each side. So I'm just going to bring it in exactly 1 inch. I'll bring that down there, show you, sorry.
Aisha's loving the bonus points. Maria says, Hillary, you are doing a brilliant job. You will be fine. A lot of people are sticking with Team YouTube. They're not jumping ship. So what happens some weeks is whoever starts winning, Hillary, people start, going from one team and going over to the other team. I know. But people have got faith in you. They're sticking with you today.
Oh, you're so kind. Fabulous. Right, so now I've scored this one here as well, and you'll see I've scored all around each side there.
Brilliant.
So once you've got those 2 pieces there, you can see, I know they do look very different in size, but it is all going to come together in the end. So once I've done those 2 pieces there, what I'm going to
Normally,
do...
conventionally
Sorry?
for a box, would you start with 2 identical size pieces of card?
Well, no, because you need to have one smaller than the other, or on the flip side, one larger than the other, to be able to make a lid that'll easily go onto your box. You don't want it too tight, so it's a bit of a squeeze, because then it might damage your box on receipt or whatever. So what I've done here is got my 2 pieces of card that I've already scored, and I'm just going to, before I cut anything, I'm going to fold and burnish all of the sides that I've scored.
Brilliant. Remember, loads of shows coming up to you today. You've got that craft along we just spoke about. I'll be back with Tiffany Boom Spalding a little later as well for a Totally Tiffany takeover. And I've seen what's on the show, and I know you're going to absolutely love it. So myself and Tiffany, 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. East Coast, 11 a.m. West Coast. Make sure you stick around for what is going to be, without a doubt, a Super Saturday here on Crafters TV. It's going to be a Super Saturday because the sun's out. And when the sun's out, everything's better when the sun's shining, Hillary.
It does put you in such a good mood, doesn't it? I was in a really good mood yesterday, considering it was gorgeous. I think by the time I finished work and actually got home, it was still like 16 degrees.
I know.
It was brilliant.
Unheard of. It's like July for this part of the country.
It's like the tropics. So what we're going to do now that we've folded and burnished all of these edges here is I'm just going to cut a little tiny chunk out of the corners. You see the little corner pieces here? I'm just going to cut a little tiny chunk out of those, out of all 4. And this is so when I pull all of my sides together to be able to tape or glue them or adhere them together, we've got a little bit of a gap to be able to let those in. I'm just going to cut. You can cut it however you like. I'm doing little triangles here, but you can cut it however you see fit. If you're an experienced box maker, you'll already know what your preference is. And if not, I would just advise cutting a little bit off each corner like this. And you're going to do that on both pieces of cardstock.
Sorry, that was a big groan. Did you hear that? I was getting my buddy bag bundle out and I just did a, ooh, getting out. Apparently I was hearing the other day, you know, that you shouldn't measure your age by number. You should measure it by the amount of noise that you make and you get up and you sit down and stand up or do any kind of movement.
Oh.
So I'm at least about 65, judging by that there, me trying to get that buddy bag collection up from underneath my table there. Shadiah says, oh, we are with you, Prince Joe, win or lose. I love that I got a fairy tale as well, which I'm actually immortalised now as Prince Joe. So thank you for that, whoever wrote that. Lots of love for these, for this demonstration as well, and for these sentiments here. So is that all of your notches cut out there, Hillary?
It is, yes. So what I'm going to do, before I actually assemble the box and put it all together, we're going to decorate it first, because it's so much easier to decorate it when it's flat.
Okie doke.
So for this one here, the box, which one's this? I'm getting myself lost off now. This is the base. So for the base, I'm going to use some lovely papers from one of our collections, and I'm just going to mat and layer and decorate up all sides. Just bear with me 1 second.
Are you well at home, Hillary?
At
Or do you need to
home?
totally Tiffanise your life?
Oh no, I'm so organised at home.
Are you?
Any little, it's strange, any little like gadget or basket or trolley that I can find in any store, I'm like, oh, I could put that in there, I could put that in there. I've even got like a little basket in the cupboard for my potatoes. Do you know what I mean?
A basket for potatoes?
I cannot have things like fruit and veg just sat out or in the fridge or something. They're all in little containers or they're all in little baskets. They're all just so neatly organised.
Wow,
and that's just
I'm impressed, Hillary. I really am.
I mean, tidy house, you know what I mean? Tidy house, tidy mind. If what they say is right.
Adriana is saying, Adriana's a covert watcher, I think, Hillary. She's saying, Joe, I love you, but I'm used to watching on YouTube during the week, so they don't know at work I'm on Facebook. Obviously, they get on Facebook during work and notice when we are logged in.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, YouTube, though, all bets are off, so there you are. There's some top tip for you. If you want to craftily watch Crafters TV, then get yourself over to YouTube. Gillian says, looks like you're going to redeem yourself this week, Joe. Well done on what I think has been the hardest game so far.
Ooh.
I have lost the last 2 or 3 weeks running,
Have
Hillary.
you?
You'd be, well, I was going to say you'd be pleased to know, but you won't really, because, I mean, you know. But yeah, I've not been doing very good of late, so I'm due a win.
Well, do you know what? I might let you then. Go on. I might just let you. I might let you. I mean, I've already lost one, so I don't know where this boost of confidence has come from. But, you know. So yes, I'm just going to keep decorating up. I'm going to grab this one here as well.
Beautiful
for
papers
that one.
these again. We do so many gorgeous paper pads these days, don't we? That one, I know where that's from. It's going to
I think
come
it's
to me
from
in a
Care and
moment.
Thoughts, to be honest.
I think it is from Care and Thoughts. I think you
Yeah.
are correct.
I think it's from our Star Signature Care and Thoughts collection.
Because I always think it looks a bit Grecian.
Ooh,
You
is
know,
that,
like
do
the
you think?
vines.
Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean now. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so now I've decorated the base. I'm going to start decorating the lid, and obviously the lid is going to be the forefront of our giftable. So I'm going to take all these little pieces of card that I've cut out already, but the only difference is I'm actually going to stick this one in the centre to stand out in the middle there. But because it is forefront and centre, I'm going to mat and layer it first. Like I say, mat and layering always makes everything pop that little bit more. And it ties it all together.
Professional, doesn't it?
It does. It ties everything together a little bit better. And again, you can use any kind of adhesives for this. I'm again using tape pen for speed.
Do you use tape pens if you're putting stuff together like backstage for shows and stuff? Would you use a tape pen all the time, Hillary? Is that like your go-to?
It is, yeah, because it is so quick and easy to use. If it's something that needs a lot more strength, I like to use our red liner tape because that adhesive is like super strong.
It is, isn't it?
It's
See,
fabulous.
everything goes a bit wonky if I use a tape pen. So I have to use wet glue to get some wiggle room because if I can't wiggle it, it's wonky. That's how it works.
I mean, you've just said that there, and then I thought I'm going to have to take this back off because it was a bit wonky itself. I think you've jinxed me there a minute when you did that. So yes, I'm just going to adhere all of these decorative panels to the sides.
And it just goes to show with these sentiments, they're not just about card making. You put them on box, put them on scrapbooks, even put them in things like box frames, pieces of home decor if you want to.
Oh, that's
they
such a
are
good idea.
so versatile for loads and loads of different things.
They are really, honestly, and like I said earlier on, you can get every sentiment you could possibly need by buying this bundle. You will literally not be lost for choice. So, oh, see. However, I will say this as well, the best thing about the dotty tape pen is if you want, Joe, a little bit of wiggle room, the dotty can be lifted up straight away if it's not quite right, like I've just done there.
Okay. Brilliant. Always good to know. Little insurance policy there.
Just throwing that out there. So now I'm going to leave those to one side for a moment because they're ready, and when we've got everything cut out and die cut ready, then they're going to be ready to assemble. So I'm going to go get myself my die now. And we've got obviously our outside frame and our decorative panel.
Awesome.
And we've got sending wishes here, so I'm just going to grab that die from that side.
Now, are you a die tapper? Do you get told off, Hillary?
Say that again, sorry, Joe.
Are you one of these that wax their die on the side of the work surface, or are you, you know, very well behaved and got a little brush and your little pokey tool and clean it out very intricately?
Yeah, I look a bit guilty. No, I do, if I've got the time and I'm not rushing or anything like that, then I will take the time, use the pokey tool or my die brush tool. But if I'm in a bit of a if I'm in a bit of a rush, then I do lightly tap. I don't smack it against the side of the desk or anything. It does go as a light tap on the side.
Always good to know.
Is that better? Does that make it better?
So Eden says Hillary is basically Jan 2.0. She is mega organised, isn't she? Jan is like the queen of organised when it comes to Crafters TV. She, you know, everything has its place and everything is. What's the saying?
Everything has a home and everything's it. No.
No.
I don't know. I'm not even going to try and pretend I know.
Let me know in the comments. Words are not, me and words are not getting on today. I don't think you've noticed. Do you know what is getting on though? And I'm really pleased, and I'm going to wear this shirt now every Saturday I work, is that my shirt matches my box. How awesome is that?
Oh, wow.
Look.
Did you do that on purpose?
No. I'd love to say I did. I look like a postage stamp. If we go back to that, in fact, if I turn to the side, I could get my, couldn't I, Prince Joe, the Crown Prince of Crafters TV, with my own postage stamp. Look.
Sorry, I'm breaking everything
there you
over.
are. I'm basically a stamp. Give me a lick, pop me on an envelope, and I'm good to go. How awesome.
I would buy that stamp.
Would you?
Of course I would. I would buy that stamp. See, I'm doing it now. But that was just a light tap, just for speed. I'm sorry, I feel bad now. Okay, as I'm going through, I'll show you now what I've quickly done. I've taken more papers from the Care and Thoughts collection, and I'm just cutting each layer like we showed you in the last demonstration. And this last one, I'm going to take here and just cut out my sentiments, sending wishes, and then we can start layering it all up.
Adriana wants to know what star sign you are.
Me, I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
I don't know like what that means though. You
Me
know when they say
neither.
star signs are like, oh, if you're I don't know, if you're aggressive or you're a laid back person or whatever, oh, you must be a this star sign. I don't know what they are.
Well, Adriana thought you might be an Aquarius, is what her guess was doing, because you are so organised. So I'm a Libra, but I'm like, you know, because you sometimes if you're bordering the next one, sometimes you pick up some traits of the one after, don't you?
Ooh.
I don't know what the one after is, but all I know is I'm more like the one after, which is by a couple days than actual Libra. So.
All right. No, I wouldn't. That's what I mean. I don't know really much anything about that, to be honest.
George is a Pisces.
Ooh.
You're a Libra.
Full on Libra. Wow.
Erin is a Libra as well. Are you like typical Libra, Erin? Right. Okay.
See what I mean? I don't know what you mean when you're saying that. What does a Libra do?
I think we're going to have to do, maybe we'll do a bit of research between shows, Hillary. We can see if we are all typical to our star signs. Michelle says, give me a lick and pop me on an envelope. You crap me up, Joe.
That is fabulous.
Thing is, you don't have to lick postage stamps anymore in the UK.
No, you just
They're
peel and stick.
self-adhesive now, aren't they?
Peel and stick. Have you ever licked a postage stamp before, though?
Yeah. I'm old enough to know what licking postage stamps is like. It was necessity.
So if I just show you this here that I've made up with the sentiment, again, I've used my Care and Thoughts, different papers and cardstocks from that collection, and we've just laid it up to nicely coordinate with the box base and the box lid that we've made.
Beautiful.
So now I've got that decorative element there. What I'm going to do... Oh, I've lost my piece.
It's nice that we do plain cardstocks which perfectly complement our pattern cardstocks, isn't it? Because they just work so perfectly together. So, you know, if you have got all of the papers from one collection, you know you're going to have something that looks so professional every single time that you use it. I just think it makes it so much easier, especially if people are sort of new to crafting and maybe struggle with colour composition or matching colours up. It's all done for you. That looks beautiful. I love your banner there, Hillary.
Yes,
What is your favourite paper pad, Hillary?
Oh...
Ever.
Ever? Oh, God, that's
ever.
really hard.
I know what mine is.
Oh, you tell me yours first
I
then.
think mine's the navy and blush.
Oh.
You know, not the solid colours one, the one that went with it. Was it called navy and blush? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that was a nice one.
Yeah.
It was like a bit of a brush
Well, like
strokes and
geometric
stuff. And that.
and yeah, lots of beautiful pastel pinks and blues. Very nice. As
Oh.
Erin, have you got a favourite paper pad?
Well, you've put her on the spot now, haven't you?
She's going to have to think about it. I bet George has got a favourite one.
I think... sorry, go on. I'll let George go first.
No, I think George is happy for you to go first.
I was just going to let everybody know that what I've just done there is I've put some more 3D foam pads behind that sentiment and I've stuck that
Nice.
onto the top for our lid. And as you can see from what I showed you before, it just gives it a little bit more dimension. While everything else has been matte and laid and flat behind, you've got that sentiment that just pops out and jumps out at the front.
Love it. Apparently, Libra is all for justice and fairness, and we are creative people, Erin.
Oh.
Justice, fairness.
I love that. Yes, we
and
are.
creative people. Okay. I think it's very easy, isn't it, to say that you are. When someone says, and these are all the things that you are about your star sign, you go, yeah, I'm all of those things. And sometimes I hear my friends thinking, I think, gosh, you're none of those things.
But then
So I
when
think
something negative
I think
comes
we
out.
need to be judged by our. I think we need to be judged by our peers about whether we are true to our star signs. I mean, because you know we can be anything we want to be, can't we? At the end of the day, I'm loving your reverse tape action here.
Reverse.
The way you
oh,
apply
this.
that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've not seen
I
that
always
before.
do it like, unless I'm
Do
doing
you?
like a big panel, so I go down like this.
Oh, yeah.
I always do it like this.
Never seen the reverse.
It just means that I can actually see, because obviously when you do it like this, you're more or less
Yeah,
leaning
it's
over,
like
you're
you're
trying to get
tickling it.
round. But if I do it this, I can actually see what I'm doing. It might just be me, sorry.
I think
yeah,
it's awesome.
probably it's only me. So what I've just done there is I've used our straight tape pen for now, just like I say, for ease and for speed and for quickness, because we've not got very long left. We've put some adhesive on these little tabs, and all you're going to do is bring it round and stick it to the back of the next panel. And you're going to do that all the way around. You would be better using red liner tape or wet glue, and if you've got the time to do so, because you want this to be a sturdy and strong box. But like I say, I'm just doing this for speed at the minute. And because you've burnished and folded all of your score lines already, it will literally go together easy as pie.
Awesome. Shannon says, explains your charm, Joe. Libras carry all the charm of getting along with everyone. They're a rare breed, like a unicorn. I'll have that. Thanks, Shannon. Cheers.
Fabulous. So now I've stuck together. You can see I've got both of my elements for my box here. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Yeah, swap them round.
It doesn't matter, just pretend.
It's fine. It's going to work anyway because we can do this.
Jan did this exact same thing the other day.
I think I've done it that way. Oh no, I did it right.
Oh, you
little
shouldn't
belief
doubt
in
yourself.
myself. Little belief in myself. You're going to stick one on top of the other to turn it around like that. And because you've measured it, and I did do it right, and because you've measured it correctly, your lid is going to fit nicely onto your box. There's going to be no wiggle room. It's not going to come loose, but it will easily come off when you take it apart.
What would you be putting in your box, Hillary?
Sweeties.
Oh, yes. Any particular ones?
Sweeties. So I'm a big fan of like gummy sweets, like
Nice.
Haribo's and stuff. I'd pick gummy sweets over chocolate any day.
Yeah, sugar, fizzy. What are the ones that you were eating yesterday, Erin? Those ones that... Sugary worms. Oh, yes, please. I like the tangy ones, the one that make you...
Oh, Tanfastics. Oh, they're
Yes,
lovely.
delicious. Right, let me recap exactly what you are getting in that collection. So it is your mix and match sentiments that are in here. Lovely Vines is your best wishes, best of luck and best friend. Then you've got your ornate swirls with sending wishes, birthday wishes and get well wishes in there. This is your pretty florals, congratulations, celebrate, condolences. Then you've got wild flowers. That's interchangeable. That's a sending hugs, sending love, sending kisses. Your regal frames will give you just for you, miss you, and thank you. And then finally, your butterfly foliage is your happy birthday, happy Easter, and happy thoughts. There you are. You get all those. $74.95 or $84.75. Platinum members, you can get that for $59.96 or $67.80. If you do want to just get a couple, any two of those, £26 or $30 there is your price. Right, Hillary. You're 1-0 down at the moment. It's still all to play for, though. You know, you can claw it back. How are you feeling going into the next round? I am going to ask George, though, just to turn the sound up a tiny little bit on the floor. So I think me and Hillary are both equally a little bit, we're like, what's he saying? And then we're going to get into, you're going to crank it right up for us, Hillary. How are you feeling going into round two?
I don't know if I'm starting to get confident or a little bit cocky, but we'll get there. We'll find out when it starts.
Well, we'll find out in the next few minutes because we are going to play the next round of Crafters Chronicles. Right, here we go then. Hillary's writing something down over there. Is she?
I'm not like,
keep
I'm
an
not
eye
doing
on her,
anything
George.
bad,
You
honestly.
Keep an eye on her over there.
I'm just trying to help my team, give them a bit of support. Hashtag Team YouTube.
Okay, YouTube. No, on
YouTube.
Facebook.
Yep.
Anyway, Hillary's playing for YouTube. I'm playing for Facebook. Let's hear the Chronicle.
There once was this crafter extraordinaire named Hillary. She could construct a card with foam pads 26 feet high. She preferred to use a Gemini Junior on Mondays, the Mini on Tuesdays, Midi on a Wednesday, Go on a Thursday, and the Pro on a Friday. Bring on the layering stamps, her favourite, might I add. Throw balloon sentiments in the mix on a stacked easel card, or challenge her to make a card with multiple penny sliders. She can do it all. She once made an exploding box with 12 layers of contemporary watercolour 12 by 12 paper pad using her Scoremaster.
You know the questions are going to be about which Gemini she used on which day, and I have
It's
not
going to be,
got
I think
a
I
clue.
remember. I don't know if it's because that story was about me or not, but I think I'm going to be better at this.
Oh, she's like, it's about Joe. No, not interested.
No, it's fine. I'm not listening.
Right, are we ready for our first question then in that case? Here it comes. So, the question is, what day does crafter extraordinaire Hillary use the Mini? I think I know this one. Remember at home, drop into the comments, let us know. Lots of you answering away. What's the consensus at the moment, Erin, would you say? Oh, lots of different days. We've got some Mondays coming in, some Wednesdays, a couple of Tuesdays in there as well. Should we find out? I think it was Tuesday.
They dropped my board. Yeah, I think Tuesday as well.
Yes, right. Shall we find out what the answer is? Tuesdays. Rhonda, Laura, you were both correct. Leela thinks it's Tuesday as well. Everyone guessed Tuesday, which is
Wow.
awesome. Okay, 1-1. Next question. Here we go. According to the story, what is Hillary's favourite kind of stamp? Okay. What do we think at home? What's everyone guessing in the comments? Keep letting us know what you think it is. Is this actually your favourite kind of stamp?
No.
Right, let's reveal then. I went with rotating. We both went with Oh, you went with layering?
I went with layering.
Oh.
That is actually my favourite stamp,
Is
kind of
it?
stamping though. Rotating stamps are my favourite. They're fantastic.
Is the consensus in the comments seems to be layering? I think Hillary may be taking the lead. Let's see what the answer is.
Yes!
No! Oh, so
Someone got a little bit confident.
Hillary takes the lead in this round. She's 1 round down, but she's 2-1 up.
Come on, Team
It is
YouTube.
still all to play for. Okay. Right, 2 questions left in this round. The next question is, how many layers of contemporary watercolour did Hillary use on the exploding box?
Are you confident with this one?
Yeah.
Oh
Boom,
no.
I'm right in there.
This is a shot in the dark, completely.
Right.
Started off so
what
well.
are people saying at home? There's a very, very wide range of answers coming through. So, Erin was able to see both of our answers. I forgot about the eye in the sky.
Yeah.
I am going with 12. You are going with 10. The consensus at home is 12.
No.
Let's reveal. There's a few 26. Imagine the size of the box if it had 26 layers. Let's find out what the answer is. Oh yeah, it's
clawing it
12.
back.
Right, it's 2-2. I'm 1-0 up in rounds. In this round, it's 2 each. So it really is all to play for. This is basically the tie break that could take us to the tie break, in essence.
Oh.
What happens if we draw this round then? Do I win?
What?
Oh, if we both get this next one wrong, you have lost, I'm afraid. So
That's not a lot of pressure, is
You've
it?
got to get this one right, and I've got to get this one wrong to keep you in the game, Hillary.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm listening.
How high was the card Hillary made with the foam pads? Now, was it measured in foam pads or in actual height?
Said it, but I don't know what he said.
So it wasn't a number of foam pads.
This is a total guess as well.
This is an absolute guess. I mean, I've just plucked a figure from there. What are people saying at home? This is really hard because it doesn't quantify. Edith says 26 feet. Can you imagine? So
Yeah,
did
I'm
Rhonda.
well
So did Adriana. So did Caroline. I've said 7 inches.
7 inches?
Yeah. You said 100 feet. I love that you think 7 inches is more ridiculous than 100 feet.
Crafter extraordinaire, can do anything.
Well,
That's
I think we're both wrong.
I think we're both way off.
Let's see what it is.
Wow.
26 feet. I think Tracy got it right.
You all underestimate me.
Team Facebook
I'm sorry.
is the
to
winner.
YouTube.
Thank you. Finally, I got a win. It took
It would be
weeks.
on my first show as well. Come
It
on.
would be. I had to win something. I had to win something at some point. I hope you all enjoyed playing along. What will happen now is we will pick 5 winners at random from Facebook. Our social media superstar SJ will do that for us, and then what we'll do is I'll announce them in the winner's circle, which is coming up in just a second. But that was Crafters Chronicles. Right, not only the winner's circle, which is coming your way in just a second, we have also got a fabulous Tiffany takeover coming your way a little bit later for you. Now, we're going to be seeing this, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast. It is about that totally Tiffany takeover, and it's these we're going to be having a look at. They are your storage and supply cases. With 30% of the stock gone already, who knows if we'll have enough to last the day. So you've got the supply case and the paper taker. So that's the paper taker. This is the storage and supply case. So they're going to be in the show for you a little later. we've also got my absolute favourite. We've got a brilliant collection for you on the buddy bag. So we've got Stephanie in here. You're also going to get Brandy. Is it limited stock already? We're really hoping we can secure some more stock for the show because it's already limited stock. You've got Gail. Oh, she's a mucky pup, is Gail, isn't she? We've also got in here Irene. You're going to receive... Who's this here? Now, who is this? I know who this is. It's Monica. We've got Deborah. Shelley, get loads in here. You're also going to receive Dawn in there as well. You have got Edna, and you've also got Merle in there as well. And you get the lowest tote totally free of charge. What an awesome deal it is to receive all of those. Remember, they're brilliant because they're see-through and they all store on their end so you can get them in and out super easily. I have to put them all back in a neat order, you know. I don't know why, because if I just threw them in and put them underneath the counter, I wouldn't be able to concentrate for the rest of the show. It'd play on my mind, I won't lie to you, but let's just pop them all in there. You can fit loads more than that. That's a really lovely starter collection. And, as Tiffany says, you can pop a roast chicken in your lowest tote. I know. We've also got for you these. Now, these are awesome. These are your divider pockets for your Fab File pockets. So I know a lot of you use these. These are also limited. I know a lot of you use these as dividers in your for your 12 by 12, all your different papers. We've got a lovely collection of these for you, and it's all different sizes. So you're going to get the 12 by 12. You are going to get the A4. You are also going to get the 6 by 6, which is that one there. You've got the stamp pocket in here. You've got an 8 by 8, a 4 by 6. And a set of 5 tab pockets as well. How awesome is that? You get all of that. $22.74 or $26.62 is your price on that. Now, I am going to the wall. So I want to share with you this week's, very pointy, this week's amazing Get It, Got It, Good. And this week's Get It, Got It, Good is, of course, the amazing Gemini MIDI. This machine is awesome. Hillary was saying earlier that it is her favourite machine because it is so fast, but it's got all of that power that you expect from our Gemini machines, which is absolutely awesome. Do snap it up. It'll only last until Monday, when we will then have a brand new Get It, Got It Good, which launches, of course, every Monday in our wake-up call. So make sure you do not miss out on that. Right, I want to share with you these are swash stamps. I'm just going to duck in here and just grab these for you because I just want you to see what these do for you. They are brilliant for smaller sentiments on your cards. They are also wonderful for journaling. If you want to create things like diaries and planners, they are perfect for a whole host of different uses. And they're on a great deal today, which is awesome. So you can get them for £8 or $11.60. Which is fantastic. Do remember as well that there is huge savings to be had over on the website as part of our spring sale, which is going on at the moment. We're adding new products every single day, so make sure you're checking back there and seeing what new products are added every single day. Right, Hillary, swash stamps. What are we going to be able to do with these?
So the swash stamps are perfect for adding that tiny little sentiment with a lovely decorative edge that makes your cards stand out. I'll show you this example here. So what we've done is we've got our sentiment in the centre here, and then we've got an elongated line on each side. So you can actually put these on your smaller card bases to make them go right from edge to edge. You can put them, as we've done so here, as a little statement piece in the centre. If I get some more, actually, I'm going to show you a couple more, if that's all right. I know I'm going a bit rogue, I'm sorry. For example, this one here on a lovely tentfold card goes right from edge to edge here. There you can see it makes it a lovely statement sentiment there. We've got a twisted easel here where someone's actually done a top sentiment and then continued it down there with 2 sentiments in one.
Beautiful.
How lovely is that? I mean, with the backgrounds and everything on that there is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to show you how to make one really quickly, just a little card. It's not going to take very long at all. What you're going to do is you're going to start with your card base. I've got a card base here of 6x4. But you can obviously use whatever card base you like. But for this one, it's 6x4. And to make this gorgeous background colour here, we're going to take our ink pads. which are our Harmony water reactiving pads, and we're going to do a brain technique.
Oh.
Which is very quick and easy to use. I've got my orange here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some colour onto this spray, if I can get my hands in there. And then you're literally just going to run it across, and it gives it a really nice distressed look. And because you're literally rolling it in every direction, it's picking up colour in every way.
I like this, Hillary. I've not seen this before.
What you're going to do after that, obviously, you're going to get another colour. So we've got to clean this first. You know what I say? We've got to make it nice and neat and clean. I'm going really quickly now because I really want to show this one off. So put that one away, and then we're going to take our honey pot, which is a lovely, it is a bit of an orangey colour itself, but it's a very deep orangey yellow colour. And because you're mixing up these two colours, if I just run that across, it gives it a really nice textured look there.
Love that. And I'm guessing you can do this with any of your ink pads, can you, Hillary?
Yeah, you can do it with, I would ideally use the Harmony Water Reactives because they do blend together well.
Okay, perfect.
And they do make a lovely distressed look on the background like that. So once you've done this, you're going to take your stamp set. One of the stamp sets we've got here, for example, we've got all these lovely sentiments. We've got I love you, with love, you're engaged on your wedding day. It's all about feeling the love with this set.
All the love.
It is feeling all the love. So what I've done is I've taken this little heart here, because this heart is literally just an outline heart shape, and I've stamped it so many times across that background, and it brings out a lovely, lovely look there.
Beautiful.
You're going to then take one of your tri-blends, and all I've done is I've only coloured in, well, when I was looking at it, I only coloured in on the main sample about 5 hearts, and you're just going to take your tri-blend pen and you're going to colour in an assortment of the hearts on the front. So when you're finished, it'll look something like this.
Oh, I love that.
Just makes a few of those hearts pop out a little bit more, so it doesn't look very washed out in the background or anything. Once you've got that, and you know I love a matten and layer, I'm going to take this here, some black cardstock, just to make that front colour pop out a little bit more. Take your tape pen, and what you're going to do is, when you do a matten and layering on a card base, you want to make sure that whatever card base you've got here, for example, this is a 6x4, so this panel at the front is going to be your 6x4 size. When you're doing your matten and layering, you want to bring it in by just a smidge every single time for every matten layer that you do. So for this one here, for example, I've brought it in by 1/4 inch the whole way around, so that it doesn't reach the edges, and it just makes it pop a little bit more. And again, once you've got this panel done, you're going to just adhere that. And again, this panel that I've done, again, is this is an 1/8 inch smaller, to give it a nice bold frame around the outside there. And then you're going to take a small piece of card. This is obviously going to be for my sentiment here. You're going to get your stamp. Let's just stick with what we've already got and do with love.
Pam wants to know how you can use ink pads and then not end up with any ink on your hands. It is an absolute skill, apparently.
Years of practice, that's what that is. You want to make sure that this stamp, because it is quite long and thin, is straight on your stamping platform. And then you're going to take your finesse. I do find the finesses work very well with your acrylic stamps, because you do get a nice crisp impression. Add a little bit of ink to that, and just stamp it down. I was very naughty there, and I didn't put my stamping mat underneath. I'm very sorry. I'm very naughty, I'm sorry.
You will end up in the law court, Leanne.
I am. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Oh, she's going to tell me off. It's fine, it's fine. We'll be all right, we'll be fine. So once you've stamped that down there, can you see that it's gone right edge to edge on either side there? Stick that onto some more black card for matten and layering, which is what I've done here.
Awesome.
And then, obviously, 3D foam pads once again. It's just what I do. People are going to start calling me Craig. People are going to start calling me Craig.
You're going to be the foam pad queen.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I think
Am I worthy?
happening.
You're going to take your 3D foam pads and stick them onto the back just to give that sentiment a nice raised effect. Peel off your backing and just stick it right onto the front of the card.
What an awesome, simple, I'm not going to say simple. I love smaller cards. I think there's something so lovely about smaller cards, and these work so well with them.
They do.
Just gorgeous.
They do. They give it a lovely little touch of it just finishes it off really well. And like, because the sentiments are so varied in what you get in the bundle, you've got a sentiment for every occasion, whether you do want to send somebody with love or you want to just say congratulations or just a hi.
Absolutely. And remember what you're getting in here. Awesome that you're getting all three of them. So you're getting, with love swash sentiments, you're getting just to say, and you're also getting the Simply Said in there as well. £8 as a platinum member, or $11.60. Now we need to reveal the winners of the £10 or $10 vouchers. They are Kathy Hybe Clayton, Linny Jones, Jackie Pickard, Maria Burgoyne, and Michelle Laura Smith. I'll read those again. Kathy Higby Clayton, Linny Jones, Jackie Pickard, Maria Burgoyne, and Michelle Laura Smith. Please drop us an email, ladies, to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. That's prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and we will get those sent out to you, which is awesome. Treat yourself to something else. You could be getting those for with your winnings. Who knows? Right, next up, I want to share with the Edge Balls collection that we've got. Now, in here, what's brilliant is you're getting one of these for free. You know what it's like? Normally, when you're getting something for free, it's like buy three and you get the less expensive one for free. Not here, because the Hello and the Butterfly Breeze is what you're paying for. $7.99 each is what they should be. That's what you're paying for. And then you're going to get the String of Lights totally free of charge, which is awesome because it is one of our double-sided dies. So you'll see this is the one that you're getting totally free of charge. It cuts the matte layer and it cuts the topper for you as well. And then it means that you can layer that up and get something super awesome very, very quickly. Right, we are going to move on to the next one, which I've got just here, which is the Knitwit Positivity. Now, you know we did the floral decoupage a little while ago. Well, this is like that, but no dies required with these, because what you've got in here is 48 pages in each of these, and what they do for you is they all pop out and they create these awesome dimensional toppers for you, which I just think are incredible. So you've got the cats in there, and you've got the dogs in there as well, and also you're going to have the sentiments in there with it too. So you get all of that included. $15.50 or $19 if you want to get your hands on those. Just something quite quick and simple that can be put together, but look really effective. And the artwork is so cute, Hillary, isn't it?
It is, it's so super cute. And like you say, you can literally have no skills, no experience at all, and these are the easiest things to put together because they're already cut out for you and the designs are already made for you.
Awesome, I love them. Are you going to pop one together for us?
I will, yes. I'm just going to take a card base here to show you how to make this one, for example, because as you can see, it's not fully cut all the way. We've got some lovely decorative elements here to make it our full folded card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of cardstock, which is just over, it's just around 8.5, and I'm going to fold it over like this, but you'll notice it's not folding completely all the way over. Because like we say, we're going to just decorate it up and have the lovely decorative elements on the top be what makes it meet in the other end. So because I've got all these lovely, from the paper pad, we've got all these lovely, gorgeous pattern papers, what I've done is I've cut some of those out to coordinate with these panels here. So I've taken the coloured cardstock in a nice deep brown there, and I've added a layer on top from our paper pad, and I've done the same thing. Oh, let's do this way. Oh, mix it up a bit. And I've used the same colour for the matte layering, as you can see here, but then I've just made this side pop out a little bit more by sticking a lighter blue colour on the top there. So let's just put all that together.
Awesome. Loads of you chatting away with us still in the comments. Robbie says, Hillary, you're doing fantastic. You're a natural in front of the camera. Welcome to Crafters TV, and look forward to seeing more of you in the future.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It is, isn't it?
It is lovely.
A lot of you loving that last brayer technique that Hillary did as well. Who is it here? Mandy Doodlehand says, I love this effect. We'll so be doing this in the future, so thanks for that.
Oh, that's great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to stick this matte and layer panel on the inside, because that is going to be the inside of the card. I'm going to close it up and stick it to the front here. So you can see that that comes together really nicely. So I'll just put some more tape on there. I'm so glad I've got these tape pens to hand. It's so much easier. Oh, I'm getting my fingers stuck in everything. Right. So I'm just going to line that up in the centre. And again, when you're doing your matte and layering, whatever size your panel is or whatever size your card base is, start off by bringing it in ever so slightly. Maybe start off with bringing your matte and layer colour at the background in by maybe 1/8 of an inch, or 1/4 inch, and just keep working your way until you're comfortable with how you, can't get my words out now, Joe.
It's catching.
How you're comfortable, how your mat and layering wants to look. So once we've got those 2 bits there, I'm just going to take some more pieces that I've made. If you can see here on the front of this card, we've taken a rectangle on the front, and we've just laid that up on the front there. So I'm just going to do that quickly. But because I don't want this side to be, I don't want this side to have any tape on it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and only adhere it to this front flap here. I don't want anything to stick to the back, so we only put adhesive on one side.
Awesome. Rosalind asked me, scrap rack or dive file, which would you recommend from Tiffany? Do you know what, Rosalind? I don't know, but how about I ask Tiffany for you at 7 p.m. tonight in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, when we have that Totally Tiffany takeover. I think they're 2 very different products, but I will ask her on your behalf, and we shall find out. So make sure you come back and join me for that later show. Nice technique, Hillary. You've really sparked everyone's imagination with that brayer technique. Loads of people are going to be giving that a go.
As long as you clean the brayer from each colour, then, I mean, you don't have to. You could get a mix of colours in there if you like, because the Harmony water reactives do blend together very well if you pick the right colours to blend. So what I've done here is I've got that piece on that panel on the front there, and I've stuck some foam pads on the back of this one here, so that we can just pop it in the centre and have it a nice raised effect there. And it looks like I'm doing a lot of layering up and a lot of bits and a lot of sticking together and all like this, because that there is our finished card base without it is a lovely finished card base on its own.
Really effective card.
And then you want to bring in this. So what I've got here is I've actually just taken the sheet out first so I can see what it looks like when it's full. And as you can see, we've actually got numbers here, which is going to be really helpful for you when you get this home, because you've got 1 there, you've got a 2 down here for these 2 puppies, and then 3 for the little sleeping one at the top. So it makes it that much easier for you to layer them up. You don't have to follow this. You could just do layers 1 and 3. You could just have layer 1 on its own, layer 3 on its own. You can do anything you like, but for the real decoupage feel that you want to achieve, you should really follow the 1, 2 and the 3.
Awesome. And are you going to use foam pads again for this?
I will, yes. You know, it's what I do now.
It's your signature, it's your signature adhesive, so you're going to have to use it now forever, for everything.
It just works so well. It's fabulous. Right, so I'll say, get my foam pads, and I'm not going to go over the top on the foam pads, because all you really do need is enough to give it strength. So even though that large panel there is the biggest piece, you don't need a lot here.
Remember, loads coming up today. Lots of people still very excited about that craft along. Will be happening 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Hillary's first ever craft along. We'll talk about this in years to come, Hillary. Were you there? Hillary's first ever craft along with the ink pads and the stamps. Be there or be square, as they say.
Oh goodness. So yes, I'm just adding foam pads to each layer and then lining it up with the same design underneath on the layer before it. So I'll show you with this one here. We've got our little sleeping puppy, got some foam pad on the back, and just layer it up right on top of the original one. And you can see that when I hold this up, that decoupage effect is so nice.
Really lovely. Loads of dimension there on that.
It's fabulous.
Absolutely awesome. Remember what you are getting in there, of course. You are getting the cats and the dogs, and you're also getting all of the sentiments in there as well. $15, $50 or $19 if you want to get your hands on that. Platinum members, you can pick that up for a whacking great discount, $12.40 or $15.20 if you want to get a hold of that one. Right, we're going to move on, and we're going to have a look next at the pop outs. I'm going to show you one of these. Let me show you. I'll show you the flower because I like that one. What you're actually getting in here is, though, you're getting the spiral pop-out flower, you're getting the balloon, and you're also getting the hexagon in here as well. In essence, you're getting the flower for free in here. And what these do is basically make the inside of your card as awesome as the outside of your card too. You get the element which creates the concept, and then you also get some embellishments, and sentiment within each one of those. Mix and match the embellishments and the sentiments, of course, if you so wish. $25.98 or $29.90 if you want to get your hands on these. Now these, I think, because they're so impressive, Hillary, they look like they might be complicated, but is that the case?
No, not at all. They're very, very easy to use once you know how to do it. So, for example, I'll just get this one. This is one I'm going to try and show you how to make in the time we've got. And it looks like a lovely normal card here, and as soon as you open it up, look at that. The popping and the dimension and the twirling, it all looks absolutely fantastic. I'm going to show you how to make one of these. I don't know if I'll have time to do both of them in this one. So I'll pop that to one side. What you're going to do is you're just going to take your card base, well, some lovely strong stamping card for your card base. 300 GSM is the best cardstock to use. And once you've got that there, that is going to be the basis of where you think you're going to put your spiral pop-outs.
Awesome.
But to just show you how the actual spiral pop-outs work, let me get my die. I'm going to do the balloon one here. And should we use green or orange? Oh, I don't know which one to use. Let's go green. Why not? Let's just do it. That's my show. Do what I want. And all you're literally going to do is put that die onto your magnetic shim. In your plate combination for thin metal dies, place your cardstock on top and run it through your machine.
Awesome. Nick Coney says, I remembered when you were a guest on Wake Up Call with Craig. Welcome to the CCTV fam, Hillary. Hope you'll enjoy being on this side of the camera as you did behind it. And Sue says, Hillary's doing an awesome job and she is so sweet. She is so sweet, isn't she?
You guys are so nice. Oh, it's really making me feel welcome today. Thank you very much, guys. So yes, once you've run that through your die cutting machine, put that to one side. I will tidy up later, I promise. I'm sorry, Erin.
Tidy? It doesn't look like there's anything to tidy from here. Look, it's spick and span over there. Never seen it this tidy.
That makes me feel better about it then. So what you'll notice is that you've got two die cuts here, and if I just lay them out on the glass mat to show you, you've got from that one die, you've got both sides of this balloon shape. And the best bit about this is because it's a mirrored image, you get to continue the spiral around. So if I just take this one here and again, for quickness, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the very, very centre of that balloon there. Don't get it on any of the outside rings or anything like that. You're going to just stick it down and stick it inside your card base here. And just to double check, you can see that none of the excess bits have been stuck down because they can all move freely. And what you're going to do is you're going to do exactly the same with this one. You're going to put a little bit of tape. Oh, can't get my fingers in there. Going to put a little bit of tape or adhesive. It is better for you to use a wet glue, I find, with these ones, but because I'm trying to do it very quickly. And again, just to double check, there's nothing stuck that shouldn't be there. We'll just pull it out a little bit and you can see that lovely spiral effect you've got there. Now, with these, what you'll notice is that when you bring them together, they will meet together in the centre, but you do need to adhere them together to give that continual spiral. So all you're going to do is bring this over, and can you see that lines up exactly with the other one.
It's a bit of an overlap there.
It is, and that there design means that you've got basically a foolproof system. So you know exactly where it's supposed to go. So if I bring this over again and line that up just so it's lined up perfectly. How good does that look there?
Amazing.
It's giving you that continuous twirl, and you can even manipulate these a little bit more if you want to give it a bit more of a twirl, or anything you want. And basically you can make any of these in any size card base you want, even for your smaller cards, because they're not that big of a design, so you can do anything you like with these.
Awesome. I think that looks brilliant, Hillary. Thank you. Very, very simple when you see them put together like that. Remember what you're doing. You're paying for spiral pop-out balloon and honeycomb, and we're giving you the flower included totally free of charge as well. A brilliant, brilliant price for you there too. Now, remember, loads of awesome goodies in the show. Make sure you head over, hit that shop the show button and check out absolutely everything that is available for you. Don't forget though, 90 minutes, that was your 90-minute warning klaxon. We have got that craft along coming up for you, and I'll recap one more time exactly what you've got, what you're going to need in order to take advantage of that. So you're going to need those 3 opaque pigment ink pads in there. You've got textured stamps there for you as well. A 12x12 paper pad. Hillary's going to use the Cool Tones, some Nina cards, some Centura Pearl. A few other additional elements for you too. You've got the stamping mat and the rocker block, scoreboard and scoring tool, the guillotine. You've got your adhesives in there, a heat gun, some ribbon, and also some magnetic or Velcro dots. And don't forget, of course, later today, Tiffany, boom, takeover happening for you. I don't know why I always do that. I think it's like mic drop. We'll be at 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. across on the West Coast. Lots of those items, very, very low quantities, very limited. Hillary, how was it for you? Have you had a nice show? Did you enjoy your first Play Your Crafts, right?
I did, it was so much fun. However, it does mean that I'm going to have to do it again so that I can beat you next
time.
I wouldn't sound so sure, Hillary. Now I've found my winning stride, you see. I think I am now on a roll. Make sure you join us back here, of course, for that brilliant craft along and also the craft house. So this is a fabulous weekend, actually. It's all kicking off right here. Loads of great shows tomorrow. I will remind you what's coming up later. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Remember, you can pop yourself back over to our website and watch back any of these shows at any point that you wish. But Hillary, massive thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. I can't wait for the craft along later.
Oh, I am excited to see what we do in that craft along. Big thanks to you guys. As I said, you've got 90 minutes now, so get yourself some breakfast. We're going to have some lunch and a bit of a natter and a gossip as well. But make sure you join us back here for that awesome craft along. And whatever you're up to, I hope you're having the most wonderful weekend. I'll see you back here in an hour and a half. Take care.